Well, hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another video from Overbite Gaming. I am the Majestic Snare. This is my disembodied voice, which in some circles has been referred to as Space Dad. Not really, that was... Why do I even bother? That was terrible. I should write better jokes. So guys, thanks for tuning in to today's video, and I wanted to have a little discussion about stuff. That's pretty fucking obvious. I'm making a video for your consumption. Here you are watching and listening to it. So thank you for that for a start. Thanks to everybody who's been watching my previous Warframe content. Love you. Love your faces. Thank you for getting involved, commenting, everything. I am reading every comment that comes through. I'm not just ignoring everybody. It might feel that way, but I promise you I'm not. So today's video, I wanted to have a little discussion with you guys because I do love doing these discussion videos. It gets my brain working. It gets me talking. So I like it, but I want to talk about Digital Extremes as like a company and where they kind of sit in the whole world of things right now. So basically, if you can think of Digital Extremes as almost like, and the way I am actually starting to think of them, like an Apple of the tech world, but they are an Apple of the gaming industry. To me, they're kind of the early Apple, right? Not current day Apple, which are a bit shit, because all their products are a bit shit. Now, I'm an Android boy, I have been an Apple boy, not anymore. But what I'm trying to say is that DE are in a position where they have this kind of creative freedom and an amazing base of players that will not necessarily lap up everything they do, but they are tuned into what they want for the most part. So they have kind of a freedom, a creative freedom to do those things, take chances, which is something that a lot of companies don't have the ability to do. So it's very important to note that. For example, one thing I wanted to point out was the recent TennoCon live stream on Twitch. Now they've got a great sort of deal going on there with sort of the Twitch Prime setup, where if you have a Amazon Prime account, you can have a Twitch Prime account, link that to your Warframe account. So when they do a live stream, you can get involved and get free stuff. And for that TennoCon live stream, if you were watching for 30 minutes, you would get an Ash Prime for free. A Warframe, totally free, nothing, no platinum to be spent, etc. But you know, maybe just because of that, hardly, because the reveals were worth it alone. But they had over 400 people watching that stream, which knocked Fortnite off the top spot. And I think the same event last year, looking at an article on Forbes.com, they only had 17,000 last year. So they're doing something fucking right. And to be honest, it's just, to me, it makes me feel like Digital Extremes are a company that not only are willing to take risks, but they're tuned in on that creative angle, that they just have this ambition, and because they're not afraid to take chances, they can do things like Railjack, which blew my fucking mind when I was watching it. I don't know about you, I'm really excited for it, but it looks totally different, although it's based around parts of the existing gameplay. It's stuff like that that I wouldn't have even called it. If I went down to the betting shop, I wouldn't have put that on there. I would have put on Fortuna, yeah, no problem. Much the same as playing Eidolon, but new and different. You know, it's an open world area. And then, oh yeah, here's a space battle. You know, stuff like that is just like blew my mind. But I think DE are a company that really, they've got to be watched, because there must be so many companies out there that either are not able to act like Digital Extremes in a number of ways with their sort of creative freedom and kind of the strong player base and following that they have. And certainly a lot of companies can't claim to be as tuned into their fan base as Digital Extremes are. And the communication has always been there as long as I've been playing. So just fantastic. I don't think a lot of companies have got the ability to do that. They haven't built or put time into it. All they're there for, those other companies, are, like most companies, to make money and to appease the shareholders. And while DE must have some element of shareholders or financial backing, maybe less so these days, I don't know what their situation is, but they certainly have the ability to just be given carte blanche to do what they want. You know, they have a plan, they're sticking to it, they're working really hard to get things out for us. So what can you say? So I've got this kind of feeling that they are the Apple of the gaming industry, and I don't think they're going to end up with a monopoly of sorts like maybe Apple did for a while back in like 2009, 2010, where they were literally had more net worth than some countries. I don't think they'll get to that stage, but certainly I think that most gaming companies should be sort of held up to account against the way that Warframe does things, and kind of go, well, why aren't you doing it like that? Because Warframe could do it. Why can't you? It should be that discussion with the fans. So that's going to be very interesting. But I personally think that they are dipping into other areas. They're dipping into other media. For example, the Warframe comic that I think has been around for a little time has been combined together into a graphic novel. I'm saying that because I've only just got the graphic novel a couple of days ago. And I'll tell you a funny story. I actually got home from work. It was just there waiting for me when I got home. I opened up the package, and I didn't even put my fucking bag down, and I read the whole thing. It was just ridiculous. I mean, the comic itself, it's not, I wouldn't say it's like groundbreaking stuff. It's what you'd expect from maybe a first edition of something. It features Mag and Excalibur, and has a bit of story around it. I'd like to see where it goes. Good fun. Writing not terribly great, but the lore's there. It's kind of got some things around it. Won't ruin it for you, but I would say if you've got a spare couple of quid to waste, get yourself involved and get hold of it. You can get it through Amazon. It's fine. Maybe if I remember, I'll put a link down in the description. So a bit of free, non-sponsored, affiliated, nothing like that, advertising for a Warframe product. But I know I have a problem because I can't put my fucking bag down before reading a Warframe comic that comes through the post. So I have a problem. I'm going to deal with that part. Moving on. Another aspect that I was thinking about, and I might do an entire video on this part. This is a question for you guys down in the comments. Would you like to see a Warframe film? Because I'm getting to the point where I really would. Fucking hell, I'd love to see a Warframe film. Like a proper, full-on, ludicrous mode, special effects. Maybe just doing the stuff we've already know about in the game, but on the big screen, and then move it on and do some other stuff. But keep it canon. Please keep it canon. Otherwise people get pissed off they can't do the stuff on the film in the game, and vice versa. Anyway, that's a whole different video. I want to kind of talk to you today about how DE seems to be that special kind of company, and I want to get your thoughts on it. Do you think they're a company that are sort of worth watching over the next couple of years? Do you think they're a one-trick pony and their kind of good times will run dry? Or do you think they are kind of someone to hold up and go, look, this is how you do it? But guys, I'd love to hear what you think about Digital Extremes, especially after things like the TennoCon announcements, the just general marketing that they've been up to, all the content that they've given us over the last few months, and obviously the enjoyment they've given me, and hopefully you guys as well. So if you have liked what you've heard today, and seen technically, but not my face because it's not been on screen, please drop a like. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Helps out the channel grow, you know, become a bit more successful, become part of the family. I just would love it if you did. would love it. I would love it. And also, don't forget that we have content coming out every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. This Saturday will be something awesome. I haven't decided what it's going to be yet. It'll be a surprise. But also, next week, Lee's going to look after you with some non-Warframe content. I'll be almost guaranteed. But it's a nice break from me waffling on about Warframe. But guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for getting involved in all of these Warframe videos. I'll be back in a couple of weeks with more Warframe related stuff, probably. But guys, until next time, take care of yourselves. I'll see you again soon. Okay, love you, bye-bye.